What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MicroStrategy today, MSTR or strategy, whatever. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are at about $288, $291 to start the day, or in opening hours, at least early hours. We'll see if it maintains that way or if it comes down at all. You know, Bitcoin's up about 1.3% today. It's looking like it might come down. I'm still bearish on Bitcoin. I still am holding to that belief. And with that, you know, any upside from here for MicroStrategy will just result in a plummet soon enough. But the higher up you go, the less low you'll probably have to go, right? If that makes any sense. If you have like a 20% drop coming your way and you drop from here, you're going to go lower than a 20% drop coming your way, dropping from higher prices, right? That just makes sense right there. I very much do believe that we have the possibility of seeing prices below this low. I don't know if we do go below this low, but I think we have the possibility of doing that. And if we do go below 230, I would think that 200 is really the area that we'd have to find as support. The only problem I have with that is $200 from here. It's a pretty intense drop. That's a 30% drop from the closing price of yesterday, Monday. And you know, if Bitcoin drops like 15%, 14%, sure, I guess I could see that happening, but if it drops less than that, then I wouldn't think you do go all the way down there. But 200 is that last area that you found resistance right here in this kind of longer phase of consolidation, right? It could be where you go. Still lines up pretty well with these lower lows here. You know, if you were to see some kind of move down like this, right? It could happen. It's like the lowest possible target that we can muster. So I think that we should at least consider it. If not there, something between, you know, maybe there and about 250 is what we're anticipating, right? 250 just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, to be completely fair, because from the current price down to 250, that would imply, well, actually that's actually not too bad. 13% drop. That would imply that MicroStrategy drops at the same rate as Bitcoin, which isn't what I would expect. I would expect it drops faster, but it can happen. You know, MicroStrategy, whenever it wants to be bullish, it is more bullish than Bitcoin, and I think it wants to be bullish now, so maybe it's going to be a little resilient to the downside. Hard to say. So really anything between 250 and 200 is fair game. Being at 291 on the early hours, right, pre-market hours, 288 on the daily close. We'll see how it opens up. I definitely think that we have a little bit more to go to the downside. Getting up here on the RSI, coming to the overbought area, and then rejecting down below the 50 is not a good look, right? You don't want to find resistance up here. You don't want to be oversold and then find resistance, right, without getting overbought. That generally only happens in bearish kind of circumstances. And it could be, you know, it could be that we're in bearish circumstances still. If we're looking at the 3-hour time frame about to get oversold, I would think that today and tomorrow probably bring in some bearish price action. You know, we have the tariff event happening tomorrow on the 2nd, so it just depends. There's a couple of things that we have to consider whenever it comes to uncertainty and fear in the markets, and I think that tomorrow, April 2nd, will definitely bring that out. It'll bring that out today and probably tomorrow as well. I'm curious, what is the SPX looking like here? What are we doing from a low to a high standpoint? Low to high there. Might go down, man. Might go down to that 236. Yeah, I mean, this thing looks a little bit bearish too. Weekly RSI looks bearish. Daily. Come on now. Load it up. You know you want to. Give it to me. Give it to me, RSI. It's not loading. That's so weird. What about the 3-hour? That's so weird. There we go. Okay. Yeah, daily RSI looks like it wants to go down too. Low in the oversold zone, might find some bullish divergence if we go a little bit lower. What about the 3-hour? 3-hour looks pretty bearish too, man. But it's not terrible, I suppose. I don't know. Inconclusive, but it would make sense to go a little bit lower, that's for sure. MicroStrategy, you know, if the market opens down, MicroStrategy will likely also open down. Even with the pre-market hours like this, but we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if we opened up, actually, just to be completely fair. I think that we would open up because Bitcoin is up today, and MicroStrategy is more relative to Bitcoin than it is to the average stock in the stock market. So we'll probably see a little bit of an open to the upside, but I'm curious to see how today closes. I think it will be to the downside. I would assume that by the end of the stock market day today, we get some resolution to the downside for Bitcoin. Today will be red for BTC, therefore red for MicroStrategy as well. We're ultimately going down to about 230 to 250, and at the worst case scenario, something right around $200. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say, so we'll probably just end it there. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'm going to pull up the ribbons real quick and just do some quick analysis on that as well. Log. Not the 3 hour. We want the daily time frame. Daily time frame, yeah, that's a bearish look right there, you guys. That would imply further downside to go, actually, to be completely fair. On another fair note, though, you have disrespected the hell out of this ribbon, so maybe it's not that significant, but still something to be aware of. 3-day time frame, not so much in stocks. Weekly time frame looks pretty good, but to be fair, with the weekly RS or the weekly ribbon here, it's very common whenever you live in the ribbon like this to find support just below the ribbon. So that would take you down to the lower ends of this level. Maybe you do find some kind of double bottom look and then continue to run from there, maybe. Or maybe you do just go a little bit lower than that even. But the weekly ribbon looks good. Monthly ribbon looks phenomenal. That ribbon's all the way down there at about $200, man. I mean, you could definitely do that. Oh, and we haven't even opened the month, have we? So if we look at this, actually, hold on. That yellow line's at 177, moves up to 188. If we see that same movement because we only closed higher, let's say for April it's at like $200, right? Because it moves up another 11. $200 would be the tip of this yellow line here. And if we go down and it opens up and it's below 200, we tip that and then we close the month above that yellow line would move up. We'd probably interact with that. That'd be a really nice look, you guys, on the monthly time frame. Actually, a very powerful signal to go down to the 200. It would also be powerful if you didn't hit the 200, of course, but something lower is allowed on the weekly ribbon, on the monthly ribbon, and would even be called for on the daily ribbon. But is the daily ribbon going to be respected? You know, that's hasn't really been respected so far. So I don't know how much weight you should put into this. Everything else, though, I definitely believe. So I'm going to stick with it. 250 to 200, probably somewhere around 230 to 250 if I really had to guess. I have nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.